está conmigo. Me trata bien duro, dice que soy que es enemigo. Sé que tú quieres estar conmigo, te siento el flow que tú te aprendí.
¿Qué es lo que vi, gente?
Guys.
Welcome to another episode of Las Chicas del Barrio 305.
What is
Period.
You already know the vibes. And that's on what?
Period.
So,
okay, we'll do it.
for today's episode, we are getting real deep. Deeper than these cards that we play sometimes, actually. So, what we're going to be discussing today is we're going to be discussing something that we all go through. And man, oh man, does it hurt when we go through it. We're going to be going through breakups, or we're going to be talking about our breakups or our experiences with breakups. We're going to be getting literally, y'all getting all the tea from us, let me tell you.
Honestly, prepare yourselves.
I know, I promise
It's going in the fields. It's all good.
We'll make it out on top, though. Okay, we're gonna make it out on top. It's gonna get real deep, but it's gonna be great because like you go through a breakup, but you have to just you live and you learn, and then you move forward. So we're gonna be going through our experiences, the things that we've been through, and yeah, you guys are in it for a long run, actually. So to start off, Natia, what was your experience like with your breakup? Or no, you know what? How many breakups have you been through, Nat? Let's start there.
Serious breakup / relationship, 1.
Okay. How about you, Steph?
I would say, 1 for sure.
1. Okay. And I myself, 2. Oh,
Right?
it was a roller coaster. Terrible.
Fun
Not
time.
terrible. It's terrible because you're like heartbroken, but like I learned a lot, so I'm not really
Definitely.
sad.
It helps you grow.
Exactly. So that's the only reason. It's terrible because you're like, heartbreak, yucky. But then, like in reality, like it's like, okay, I needed this. Now I've grown up from that, and you see those mistakes, and you move forward.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
So, who wants to start off first with their experience?
Please start off first.
Yeah.
We love that stories.
Take a cheers to all the exes. No, I'm kidding.
Cheers to y'all boys.
No, okay, so I'm the most recent one, I guess. Pero, long story short, with the breakup, it was kind of unexpected, at least on my part. He basically said that I deserved better, and he didn't think he could try to be better for me, which I thought was kind of like bullshit because it's like you don't think, it's either you are or you're not. And yeah, that's what happened with me with my breakup.
Oh, I hate those type of breakups, actually. And it's like, ugh.
Dude,
It's a little different.
How was your stuff?
I think it was like prolonged.
I think yours is the most toxic. No cap.
It was the most toxic.
And I love you. Yeah, I love you, but that
shit I went through.
I think if once your friends and family have to get involved, then it's like, all right.
It's like that's it. It's over.
Yeah.
Or like I just think it brings like negativity to your relationship.
Because
now you're like in this. Well, for me, a big thing was how I felt was that his family was against me, and my family, a certain side of my family, felt some type of way, you know. And then it made me question, like, now I have to be on whose side, my boyfriend's or my family.
And I don't think it should ever be like that.
It should never be like that. I think your partner, like, if you guys are really meant to be with each other, you have to make it work with your family. Because, like, you're all going to become one big family.
Yeah.
Family fights and stuff, but it's kind of like new people coming into your life. So you should welcome it. That's how
I agree. That's correct.
Yeah, mine is really prolonged and toxic.
What about you, Britt?
Sometimes. So the first one was like when I was in high school, or I just had gotten out of high school, actually. So that one, like, I think hurt the most because I was like, but mind you, I was the one that basically caused it. So it's like, you can't even feel bad for me type shit. You feel me? Like, but I basically hurt myself type shit, you know? And then, so that one, yeah. And then the second one, again, I was a little crazy, you feel me? It's like, listen, I'm a little crazy sometimes. If I really like you,
everyone goes through that.
I be like that, yo. I listen, and it's not because of them, but it's like me. It's like if I really like you, I'm Honduran. Fuck, like we're emotional as people, and we're toxic. It's a little, like damn. But then and then the second one, like again, I was crazy bitch. You feel me? And so, so it just didn't work out. But that's okay because I had to realize like through that I've grown a lot since then. And so it's been, it was hard at first because I'm just like, oh my God, like I got in my head and I was like, oh, it's my fault. I'm a crazy bitch. I'm gonna be forever alone. Da, 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 da. But then I didn't take, because at first I didn't take it as this was a learning experience. I took it more as there's something wrong with me. And then I realized too, that the reason I think that I have so many issues with guys is because it's like a generational thing where like I think a lot of the women in my household have men problems.
True.
So that shit was passed down right to me because that's my issue. And so so I was like, you know what, cool. So but I didn't realize that I had a generational problem until after I was like done with these people.
I mean,
so
it's
then,
like a good time for reflection, don't you think?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes, and that's okay. So I reflected, and that's what my conclusion was. So then I had to realize I was like, okay, so this is something that I need to really work on.
I gotta acknowledge you for that. That was
thank you. That's adult shit. You feel me?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, because you really gotta check yourself.
Yeah,
not
because
somebody doing it for you.
I mean, I wish I could say it was the other person, but it really wasn't. Because I feel like the people who I was with, like, well, both separate occasions, like they're really like even now, like they're still cool people. Like if I see them in the street, I can still talk to them.
Wait,
hey, what's up? How are you?
About that.
Oh,
so
God,
like,
yeah.
You would wish him well in his life.
Yeah, I think I check both of them. I check up on them. Like I try to check up on them. Like I don't do it. I used to do it more frequently. Now I decided to, because I feel like the more frequently that you check up on somebody, the more you're setting yourself up for
dude. Yes.
Yeah, you set yourself up as some illusion because you guys are talking and it's gonna be something more and it's not. And that's what I was doing in the beginning. But then now, I like if I see you in the street or if we're at the same function or like, because obviously like the people that I know, like I know them through people and we have the same circle. You feel me? And so I'm bound to see you because we hang out with the same people. Yeah. So like I never want there to be I'm the type of person where I don't like that awkwardness. I don't like that tension. Like, and it's funny because I don't think that they'll go up to me, but I'll go up to them first, if that makes sense.
I feel you.
Yeah, that's me. Because I'm just like, listen, at the end of the day, I personally, not to say that I don't care, but I've already learned from it and I just want to move forward from it. So like, to me, like, it doesn't hurt. Like, I don't want them, because I think in their head, they think that I hate them. And it's like, no, I don't hate you. Like, like, but again, I don't blame them because I was a crazy bitch. So, like, it'd be like that sometimes. Yeah. But, yeah, man. So whatever. I lived and I learned, you feel me? And now I'm like growing and shit. So, I mean, it was bad, but it was like good because I like came out on top.
Yeah. In the end, it's good. The long term is good.
Yes.
I mean, sometimes you just like, I think you just have to go through those roller coasters. Like for me, this person was with me in 8th grade all the way through high school and part of college. When I was getting my AA, yeah, that was a long time. It's like 8 years.
Was it on and off or straight?
It was on and off.
Okay. Do you think that messed you up, the on and off?
Yeah. I think it messed both of us up though. Because I feel like we had like, from what I felt was that we had this like attraction to each other that we didn't think that there's other people. Does that make sense? But then like as you grow older, you're curious about things or you want to experience life, right? So we thought it was okay to like separate for a bit, and, do our own thing. But it's like the cycle was.
Oh yeah.
It's emotionally drowning. It's like I can't. It's too much.
Bro,
so
yeah, I agree 100%.
Like, listen, I see you when I see you. I hope you're the best. Toodles.
Yep. Period.
Yeah, it'd be like that again. But I feel like that's the first red flag, that on and off shit.
One thing, like if I could go back, that first red flag, I would tell old Nati, cut that. Because it's just gonna hurt you more and more. And that's what for me, when I saw a red flag, I was kind of like you, right? Like I automatically thought like, oh, it's something I did wrong. Like I'm the bad person and he's like this great guy, which he is. But I think in a relationship, it takes two people.
Yeah.
You know
I own my responsibility. Yeah.
Can I add to that for a second?
Go for it. Go for it.
I think that guys, get this like misconception out of your head that just because you have sex with a girl doesn't mean that's the only form of intimacy. Like you gotta spice it up, because if not, shit's gonna get ugly.
And don't be hitting me with the whole, I'm not romantic. Bro, you got hella friends that are chicks, and it's called Pinterest and Instagram. Don't be or YouTube, you know. And it's not like, I think it depends on the girl, because you could have some girls that really like, they want like diamonds and shit, but it's as simple as like getting me one flower or leaving me a note like, hey babe, hope you have a good day.
Yes, that's me. I'm on some what's the name of that show with going to all the boys I loved.
Oh yes.
Bro, I want a Peter fucking Levinsky or whatever his last name is.
He's adorable.
Yes. Oh my god, that movie always gets me in my feels. Not gonna lie, no cap. Because
I want that Notebook type stuff. Like, if you're a bird, I'm a bird. Okay.
Let's fly together. Bro, I'm telling you, that's exactly what I want. I feel like it's so hard. Like, I feel like once you're like in the relationship, it's so hard to notice the red flags though, because you're really like in your head and you're like, no, it's not like that. No, it's not like that. But like, listen, like what your eyes see, you need to comprehend. Like, this is the reality. Mm-hmm. Don't set yourself up to be like, oh, well, that's gonna be different. Or then at least
it just builds up.
Yeah,
like, you let one little thing go, and then the next thing, and then the next thing, and it's like big. But you got to remember too, that was one thing I had to learn. If I would have done what I was letting him slide with, he wouldn't have let me slide.
And which is what you tell yourself. You're like, why? Like, logically speaking, you're like, I would dump this. Like, this is like, no. But you don't think that. You just make so many excuses, and you're like, I think that's love. I think that sometimes when you're in love, you don't really see clearly. That's what the expression, like, love is blind. It's like you're like this. What's it called? That thing that they put on horses when they're you have the little maquita on.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I forgot the word.
And all you could do is like, you're not looking from the side. You're not getting other perspectives. Oh my god! And you know too, when your family sees it, like your family and you're just like, no, it's not like that. No, and it's like, this is the like I say, okay, I said it before and I'll say it again. Your family's gonna tell you shit 100% straight up. You feel me? Like, they're gonna be like, listen, this is what it is, you know? And you can pick and choose to whether or not to take el consejo or to put that shit to the side. 100%. You're an adult, you're a person, you have your own feelings. But you really, really, really should take into consideration what somebody is telling you, you know? Whether or not it's good for you, as long as you're keeping that as long as you're keeping that into consideration, I feel like that's the point where you're okay. Let's say, for example, someone could say, "Oh, fulanito's not good for you," right? Okay, good. Why is the reason? Okay, this, and that. Okay, as long as you keep that in the back of your head while you're with this person, and you're like, "Damn, so you're doing this," like they said.
Clues. I think that family gives you like little clues. Yeah, like, they're like subliminal. You have to like catch them. Yeah, you know, because you never like the bad. You know, like they're like, "Oh, like watch out." Like, okay, for instance, we were like 15th season, you know, everyone had their quinces and stuff. So I actually participated in a court with my ex, fucking jits, you know? And one of my friends sat on his lap, and my mom saw that when she picked me up. And she goes, I don't like that friend. That's a very hoish thing to do. Like,
oh, that's on period.
And I was like,
but isn't it kind of a double standard then? You don't like the friend, but what's the guy?
So my mom was like, you have to talk to him about that you didn't like that, blah, blah, blah. Even though he did push her away.
But still, it's an open opportunity. That means I think personally, listen, I get it. You know, she did it, but there had to be some type of thing where she felt comfortable enough to do it. Right?
I mean, like, they had a relationship. Like, they were best friends. But I was like, I don't see how my best friends.
I know. Salvadorian spice, baby.
In the house. Don't get it twisted. But, okay, so I'm like, that was one thing. Like, my ex, he had hella friends. Girls.
I couldn't deal with that. I couldn't.
Dude, okay, so it was kind of like, let me tell you the fucking tea. Let me see. So there was several occasions where I would go see him because it was a long distance relationship. And I was
also tough.
Him, girl,
very tough.
Very tough. Very tough. I don't think I would ever do that again. But I would let him know, like, hey, I don't like this chick, or what's this like chick's problem? And he's like, no, that's a friend, blah blah. I'm like, okay, but you're mad at me because my homeboy is literally my homeboy, and we're just kicking it, you know?
Yeah.
But homegirl is rubbing on you, sending you little dirty messages. But me and homeboy,
who's so calm,
you know, like, and I would get.
I would have thrown the mic, bitch.
I would have been like,
so there was one incident that basically kind of led up to us fighting a lot and ultimately our breakup. But she, like, I had found out some stuff because I lurked through his old phone.
Oh shit!
But you know, but that's the thing too. Like, if you're gonna go through something, like, you just be prepared to find stuff. So I found text messages, and I was like, "How the fuck did I not see this?" And I texted him right there, like, "Who's this chick?" He knew right away who I was talking about. So I said, because I had my phone and then I had the new phone he gave me. And I was like, "Who's this? Who's this?" I sent him screenshots. I'm like, "Oh, so this is cool, right? But God forbid I'm hanging out with your one of your boys," because we had mutual friends. And
not. That's
dude,
bad.
like, cut that shit. Nah.
Yeah.
No.
Honestly,
so this whole no. Does best friends like, "Oh, she's my best friend." She used to be.
I think there's a respect line. Don't get me wrong. Someone can be your best friend 100%. But for example, I like to use Jasmine and Christian, right? Super close, best friends, known each other since the 8th grade. Never in my life have I ever seen them disrespect each other, like in the sense of like Jasmine sitting on top of Christian's lap. Yeah. Absolutely not. Or Christian sitting on top of Jasmine's lap. Absolutely not. It never. Yeah, I feel like if that's your best friend, it's a brotherly sister relationship. It's not a sitting on somebody.
Like, just laugh, right?
Yeah,
or, like, texting each other, like.
And this whole we were drunk, that makes it 10 times worse, homie. That
yes, and if you guys can't, no. First of all, why you? If you guys can't drink and be best friends, why the hell y'all drinking together?
Nope.
That don't make no sense to me. That don't make no type of sense to me whatsoever.
Games, like, stop.
Yeah, fuck that shit. No, but I think at least for me, I never had to go. I never dealt with that type of thing. Yeah, I didn't have to. Like, I feel like, sorry guys. I feel like both of my. Well, you know what? Okay, I guess with my first ex, like with him, it was since we were in high school, it was just his homeboys. But I feel like I started noticing it towards the end of our relationship when he wanted to like pursue this whole career that he has, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like taking pictures of girls and stuff like that. I could see in myself that I was like, fuck.
You get so cautious. Like, you're like, am I pretty?
I was.
Do I do this? Like, how come you left for her joke and not mine? You know?
Stop, yo, because I was just like,
literally,
so you taking pictures of that hoe? Oh, I say less. And mind you, for me, that was like my first love. So like, I'm just like, oh my God, like, is it me? Or like, you get into your head, but obviously I'm not going to tell him that I feel some type of way because one, that's his career and that's his choice. And two, like, it's just none of, like, not to say it's none of my business, but it's none of, like, I feel like I am not very expressive. And that's another issue with me. I just like shut off. And I'm just like,
I don't know. I sometimes
fuck you, basically.
I get you because I went through that same situation with the one I was like for 8 years, 7, 8, whatever. For senior year, he was doing the same thing. He wasn't taking pictures, but he was like hanging out with like girls, going to parties.
Oh my God, yeah, that shit's rough.
And
I don't
you're
like that.
Okay, and then like we broke up, and then like you see him with the hoes, and I'm like, oh God.
Okay, so that's the thing. Also want to talk about, like, once it's broken up, because that was my thing. We talked about
like go.
Yeah, like we're like, oh, we could keep each other on social media. What does homeboy do? Starts drinking like no tomorrow, and he posted this one snap where he was at a bar with these girls, and this girl looked like ugly as hell, and I'm like, you go from me to that, you can have that because there's literally no comparison. But in my head, I was like, so was he talking to this girl when he was still with me?
Oh my God,
all this stuff. And it's just so toxic for your head because you're just going through all these things. And it's like, let me tell y'all people, if you're going through a breakup, just delete them. They don't got to see you. You don't got to see them. But that's one thing too, like for him. And that was my fault because I kept wanting to, because I think he was going through a lot of things mentally. So I wanted to be there for him because I felt like everybody else doesn't see him the way I see him. So
which I think that's a good point too, because like like what you were saying, how you want to see the best in them, but they don't see it in themselves. I think that we can't be their crutch though.
Yeah,
I feel like that's not really an excuse because it's just like
y'all speaking to my soul right now.
Yeah, it's like I'm feeling very inspirational right now.
Okay, so philosopher stuff.
But yeah, like it's weird because like you're like, okay, you have to find it in you to do that work for yourself. You can't lean on me as much. I can be there for you, but I can't do the whole work for you. You have to be real with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And if he doesn't want to accept that, then you're gonna be the crutch and deal with your shit too.
Yeah,
bro. Yeah,
I think
It's a lot.
at least for me, so for my first relationship, I went on the whole deleting, never talking to you. I literally like I deaded him. Like, and I felt so bad. I didn't feel bad because I was thinking of myself first, so I shouldn't have felt bad. But I don't like getting to that. I don't like delete. I feel like deleting someone is so stupid.
petty?
But sometimes,
all the
but
time.
sometimes it's necessary. You know what I'm saying? Like it's necessary. So I did that at the beginning. I think. Oh no, I had deleted all. Oh, I deleted all the pictures. Look, literally that night, right? I deleted everything. I was like, "Fuck you." I was heartless, yo. Okay, I'm the type of listen. If we break up, for my at least my honesty, shout out to my first ex because yo, I was a fucking bitch. Okay, like I literally everything. So what? We broke up, right? He was throwing this big ass party for like I think it was his brand or whatever. And I didn't go to that shit. I was like, okay, cool. I went to go hang out with my homegirl. I took all the stuff he got me, or all the stuff that we had. He had given me his watch, his bracelet, like teddy bears, like pictures of all us. Put that shit in a fucking box. Left that shit right on the porch while he was at his party. And then, the jacket. I gave him everything. I was like, that's it. Deleted all the pictures. Girl, this is my fucking 18-year-old heart right now.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Balls though, because I did the worst. Like,
what'd you do? Set it on fire?
Wait, hold on. Okay, so this person like would write me letters and leave them like.
Damn, I wish.
Oh damn! I did letters too. I did the cards.
I did letters.
And like we like had like the grid paper and like do whatever. Anyways, and I collected them and stuff, and I put them in a thing under my bed, and I had like his bracelets or like little memos, whatever, right? So when we broke up, I took that shit, I put it in a bag, and I lit it on fire.
Oh wow!
Oh damn!
Shit. I know, right?
Y'all are like nice. I mean, y'all heavy. I was literally. I just threw it in my trash.
Do you think it also affects like the type of breakup that you have? Because sometimes it's just not that easy peasy.
I think so, yeah. Because I feel like for me at least, I think I'll compare it to you, Steph. No offense. No, not these ex like that. I met him like a couple of times, but I really know Stephanie's ex more. So I'll compare it to like that. Where like, for example, all of our people, we all got along good and great. But I think once like your family gets involved, it's really different. You know, like if I was in Stephanie's predicament, I think I would definitely dislike my ex a lot. You know, because I feel like you went through a lot, you know, it's on both sides, you know, where like it's not just you're dealing with your family and how they feel, you also are dealing with his family and how they feel towards you. So that's a lot. I didn't have like that family, you know, like I feel like I didn't have that family issue like that, you know, where like both of our families, I guess his immediate family, for the first one at least, his immediate family was like okay with me. And then I think, which was, I guess, the ones that counted, or the ones that I met, they were okay with me because they knew me. I don't know about his extended family. You know, I don't even know if they knew me, but whatever. And so then, but for the second one, it was, and that's another thing too that I focused on with the second one is I didn't want to bring him around my family because I had already done that with the first one. And I'm the type of person where if you're meeting my family, it's because it's something real and serious.
Oh, for sure.
You know? And so with the second one, like I said, it was more like we liked each other's vibe, you know, like it was nice. It was it was beautiful in its own way because it wasn't like out there, it wasn't to the world, but it was something that me and him, we had something so like close and intimate that not that I didn't want to share with the world because I just valued it a lot more than I did the first one, you know? And so that's why I think for me, I valued the second one a lot more because it helped me grow a lot. Though it did hurt, it was more like, okay, I'm okay, and I'll move forward. And it wasn't as bad compared to like once your family, I think, gets involved, or both families from both parties get involved, that's a lot harder because it's not only just you two.
It's very complex because you're trying to like please. I mean, that's what I learned on my experience. I think what I really took from it was that let's say someone doesn't like you, it's okay. You don't have to like me, but you do have to respect me.
And I think people get that twisted.
And people get it twisted.
Period.
And it's just like, you don't have to like me. We don't have to be best friends. We don't have to go out, whatever. But you will respect me because I'm respecting you. You feel me? Like, you have to stand your ground with that. Or like, sometimes you're just not gonna please everyone, and that's okay. Like, for me personally, I don't have that problem. Like, I don't care if you don't like me or not, but you have to respect me. I'm respecting you. That was my.
But also too, I do feel bad for the other party as well, because it's like how you said, how you have to choose between your family and
he has to choose it too. So
exactly. So it just depends what you're gonna choose. And sometimes I feel like in those situations, sometimes it's good just to not be together. You know, like sometimes it's like, you know what, cool, it happened like that.
If it has to be too complicated,
then it's like,
it's just not.
Listen, thank you. You know, it was cool. Thanks for the time. You know, and that's how I felt. Like, thanks for the time and energy. I appreciate it, because that's for me. It's like, if I'm in a relationship with someone, I value that time and I value that energy. You know, 100%. Because I can't move from person to person to person. I think I already discussed this. No, I'm not that type of person, because if I'm talking to you and spending my time speaking to you, whether that's on a friendship level, a more serious level, or a relationship level, I'm investing that time in you, you know, because it's like, I like talking to you, we're moving forward. I'm not gonna sit here and like, for example, like, I don't want to sit here and like talk to you just to waste my time at the end of the day, you know.
Period.
Yeah, you can't be like, I think we had discussed this in one of the previous podcasts, like, time is everything.
Yeah.
And if I'm sharing my time with you, let's make it count. Even for him too.
Yeah.
Like, you guys have to take responsible decisions and like just go with the flow. Like, not argue so much, because this is my time. I can't take those years back. Yeah. I'm not gonna say I regret them, because you grow a lot, like Brittany said. But it's like, I can't take those years back. I could have been maybe happier. Does that make sense? Yeah. But it was beautiful in its own sense. I think it was a twisted love story. So that's what I think.
I agree. Yeah, I definitely agree. Like, if I look back at, I don't necessarily regret stuff. Would I do something different?
Me either.
Maybe.
Yeah,
just taking the time. Yeah, but I feel like I've definitely grown, and from the breakup, I feel like I learned to fully put myself first, because in the relationship, I would always put him first. Yeah. And I would wait for him to put me first. But at the end of the day, you can't make someone do what they don't want to do. Facts. Like, you're only accountable for yourself. So I had to learn.
Grown men that we're talking about. Can we put that out there? These are grown men.
Yeah.
We're not having, like, we don't have little boys.
At first, mine was not a little boy, but he's 18. That's a baby, I think. So let's just say the first one doesn't. I mean, it counts. You feel me? But it doesn't really count. You know.
No, the second one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the second one. No, the second one definitely. That's why I feel like the second one for me was more mature. You know, in a sense of like, he was older than me. He had gone through his own things, and I've gone through my own things. You know, and so it was like, it was very different. That's why I think it was. I didn't have to block or anything like that for that.
All right, so I have a question for you guys.
Go for it.
It's a very toxic question. You ready?
Oh God.
Shoot it, Seth.
Would you go back out with your ex?
Oh. And let me add to that. Would you go back out with your ex, and what would you do differently?
I would not go back out with my ex.
Oh, so you wouldn't do nothing differently then?
Oh. Okay, for me,
it's meant to be.
No, because I've done a lot of growing since we've broken up, and yeah, like, and that's another thing too. Like, in the relationship, once we broke up, I saw, like, these were my goals and where I saw I was, and these were his goals and where he was, and he was very comfortable with where he was at, whereas opposed to me, I was like, cool, but where you at, I don't want to be. You know, like, I want to be with you, but I want to be somewhere better for both of us to grow, and I don't think he was done for that.
I totally get you now. That was a for me, because like, for me, it was like, he wasn't stupid. He was actually really, really smart. Mm-hmm. It's just that he didn't apply himself. And it really bothered me, because I'm like, here I'm busting my ass, going to school, having 2 jobs.
And he's a good person too. Yeah, he's a good person. Mm-hmm.
And like, person, and everything's perfect, except the fact that you didn't really like
the surroundings.
Put yourself in the correct surroundings. Because like, I totally feel like if you're like around people that don't want better for themselves, that rubs off on you. That's how I see.
Yeah. Do you feel like you got comfortable when you were with him?
A little bit, in a way. I would push myself harder, because I'm like, I don't want to be there. It's either you come with me or you get left behind.
See, that was the opposite for me. I was about to drop everything, and it's kind of crazy because like if we were together right now, I wouldn't be here. I would be up north, like with him in his city. I would have been really, really comfortable. I don't think I would have had the mentality or doing the things that I'm pursuing right now. I use that excuse, like, well, I'm gonna move over to where he is because I'm more adaptable. And if he would have moved down to LA, it was always an excuse: traffic, money, no friends, no family. And I'm like, what do you think I'm giving up to go be with you?
For real.
Because where he is, I don't have anybody. You know, like his friends are cool, but they're not my friends. You know, they're not like you guys.
Yeah, and I also want to say because you're like very family oriented, so
yeah. No, I don't think I would. I don't think I would date my ex or any of my exes. Just because I feel like not been there, done that, but more of if it was meant to be, it would have worked out, and if it didn't, it didn't. And you know, that's life. But I think we can all agree that healing is the major key in these breakups.
Yeah.
And that's something that there's no time frame. You know, it took me like 3 years to get over my first ex.
You took the necessary steps for yourself.
Yeah, and you take your time, you take your peace of mind, and you'll be good. Like at the end of the day, you're gonna come out on top. And whether or not you need to seek somebody or you need to get advice from somebody else, or like sometimes you just need to talk to a therapist, and that's okay.
And that's
too.
okay, guys.
Yeah, like that's. I want to push that out there. Like it's okay to see a therapist in reference to any of those things. You know,
don't
like you
be scared
can.
To, like,
Or don't be scared to, let out that emotion, because holding it in is 10 times worse.
Yeah, don't do it, guys. That's like the best advice, I guess. Don't hold it in.
I agree.
Because you're gonna explode. Because you're human, you're human. You explode, but like you have to go see a therapist, guys. Or if you don't have money for a therapist, go see a good friend. Drink some wine.
Yeah, for sure.
Or hit us up on Instagram too.
We're
Period.
I think girls do not be sent. I was like the type. I was like, okay, he's going through something mentally, so I'm gonna send him motivational stuff. So I would hit him up, send him stuff, all this shit, right? And then it just hit. I don't know what the heck happened, but I was like, fuck that, because at the end of the day, I was still very hesitant to, even when I was going through stuff with my family, like to call him, because that was my first instinct. Because you go from talking to somebody every damn day to not being strangers.
Those are the worst.
Yeah, the worst part. I think to me, I totally agree with that. That's like the worst part.
Yeah. So I think like just talking to my friends, and like 3 of my best friends got married this year, or 2 of them are married. One of them still has to get married. But I've seen them go through.
Huh?
I'm
sorry. I've always been curious to ask, but I just think it's appropriate.
How
do you feel about that?
Honestly, it really motivated me and kind of inspired me, because especially my best friend, so shout out Vero, I know you're watching this, girl. I've seen her in a relationship when we were in college, and that wasn't the healthiest for her. And now I see her with her man, and I'm just like, damn, like that's 10 times healthier, 10 times better. Shout out my future brother-in-law. Love you, bro. He's Salvi too, so period.
Salvadorian spice, baby.
But just saying, and not only her, but like my other 2 friends that are married, like they're just so happy. And I remember, well, one of them, because I knew her since high school, she wasn't in the best relationship either. But now with her man's, like they're so happy, and I'm just like, okay, like it's okay, Nati, because I would get in the fantasy of like, okay, so maybe he just needs to heal himself and then he's come back to me. But it's like, no. Yeah. So now I'm just kind of like, but also Britt, honestly, because of you and you telling me to download Bumble, that really helped me a lot, because I was very like, oh, like,
yo, Bumble sponsor me 2020 type shit.
Period.
Oh, Bumble's really cool.
Yeah, I think you have to like, I think that's one thing, because before I downloaded Bumble, I had deleted all my apps. I was on, like, if you were going to text me, you're basically like really like my cool homies.
Yeah.
But nobody really heard from me. And then when you told me to download Bumble, that's when I downloaded Bumble, and then I downloaded everything back.
It's so entertaining.
Yeah.
I love it.
Would you guys download Tinder?
No.
I'm too scared.
Me too.
Honestly,
that's what the murderers are.
Like, fucking dead. Like, dude, even high key, I was like that on Bumble. I would literally tell the guys I was talking to, I was like, nah, like what you just said, that's what like a murderer would say, or a kidnapper.
Yeah.
Like,
I literally asked this kid, I was like, the kid I hung out with, I was like, so are you a murderer? Like, I need to know, just tell me. You feel me? Killing me and shit. Just tell me so I could, like, we could just be friends and you can murder the next bitch. Just don't murder type shit. He's like, no, I'm not a murderer. He goes, I can say the same about you. And I'm like, bro, I'm definitely not a murderer.
Honestly, I stopped using Bumble. It was cool for that time, but after a while, I was like,
I was like, let me delete this. This is too much.
I want to see real life people now. Type shit. I feel you.
Or like, you guys ever met up with your Bumble people?
Well, it's been quarantine. So, for me, like, I haven't done anything. Maybe when
it was cool.
Yeah, yes.
I think it's coming. My students are like, not. I think in the next one.
Oh, you go, girl.
I think so.
It's not me, bitch.
Me? Oh, like the next relationship?
No, like the next hot love interest.
Oh, I could see. I wouldn't be surprised.
Ricky's already on it. She just gotta say yes. You feel me?
Yeah,
I know, Britt.
Honestly, I really don't want a relationship right now. I'm gonna be real.
I feel like
I don't want one.
I think but that's the thing too. I think it's one thing to be conversing with these people, like over messages or text.
Yeah.
But I definitely do want to see how we vibe in person.
Yeah.
And for me, it's going to be very different because these people are within my proximity. So it's not going to be like, oh, well, let's hang out. Like how my past relationship was when it was long distance, where it's like, okay, like see you in like the next 3 weeks or 2 weeks, whatever it was. Wow. So this time it could be like, so want to hang out?
What are we doing this weekend? Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Just enjoy the present. Like just enjoy the present.
Yeah. I'm so signed that. Like I was telling you guys about the book, and then I had to find like this. I was like, be in the present, because I feel like you're just like being caught up in the future, and you're like, shit. Like for me at least, I'm like, oh my god, my time is running out. I'm getting older. I'm turning 25, and it goes, and I was like, oh wait, one day at a time.
But you're not 25. Like, you're 24. Take your time. That's what I say. Always take your time. Like, that's why I'm not stressing it.
Yeah. Well, and dude, honestly, we're so young.
Yeah.
Like we're so
young. Think so, but we are.
Yep.
Yeah. So I feel old. Like I feel like I'm a grandma because of my back pain. But
I'm dead. Shut up now.
I'm definitely young.
Definitely 12. No. We're not 12. We 13 because it's fuck 12 out here every day.
No, we 15, girl. We made it to the pizza.
So stupid. I hate you. You're hilarious.
I don't know. I feel like that's a good one. Like being in the present. For me,
yeah.
I can find myself like, all right, but this is cool. Like take it step by step. If it works out, cool. If it doesn't,
and don't rush the process of like healing, because that's only gonna hurt you more if you're not fully healed. And that's okay, honestly. And that's why I think too, like, be straight up with people. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, that's why when I would talk to these guys on Bumble, they're like, oh, what are you looking for? I'm like, honestly, I am looking for shit. Like, if we vibe, we vibe, and we could take it from there. Because I can't promise you a relationship if you and I aren't getting together, and I'm not going to be like this little like hookup shit, you know?
Yeah. Shit.
That's a good one. Like, you know,
I was the same way.
Yeah, like, honestly, if you're dope, I'm dope.
We'll feel the vibe. Yeah. I feel like that's what a Bumble helped me open up my perspective, because I think before I wanted a relationship, but now like I was analyzing it, and like I don't feel like I want a relationship. I just want someone who's gonna value me, and like like before I wanted that title. I don't really care for the title as long as you're not fucking these bitches and not entertaining other hoes. I don't care for the title. But the minute I find out you're doing that, I will cut you off like fucking dirt road, bitch. Don't fucking try me. I will fucking wrang your shit, and I'll go to your house.
That's on being Latina.
Period. Little toxicity in your life, but type shit.
All in all, people, heartbreaks are hard, but you're gonna make it through it. You're gonna come out better and on top. You need help with something, you need advice, definitely hit us up, because we've been through it. 3 different stories. But I mean, obviously we're here now. We can laugh at it. We're laughing at it.
Yeah.
There's really no hard feelings. So shout out to our exes if you're listening or watching.
Yeah.
Shout out to y'all.
We love you guys.
But
I love for them, so I can't hate.
Yeah,
I got love.
If I see you in the street, what's good, bro? You know, like, hope you're doing good. But we do have a new segment where we're going to be shouting out some small businesses and some really dope artists, small businesses in our local area. So Britt got the first one for this week. So go ahead, Britt.
Alrighty, guys. So if you don't follow me at That Killer Brit, I will put the link below with my Instagram on there. So I was able to find a local artist to do some customs on my Air Forces. Shout out to Steph. It's so funny because she's Steph, but shout out to the other Steph. She is such a sweetheart, and her soul is like so beautiful. So I met her actually through my little cousin. She goes to high school with her, and literally she did some customs for me. So let me guys first show you how cute she is, and we're gonna be seeing her Instagram together.
Yes,
so first,
yes,
I just
yes.
want to show you the presentation of how cute she is. Can you read it?
It says, "Thank you for letting my creativity run wild on your shoes." That's cute. Love it.
Bro,
That's
she's
really
so,
cute.
like her. She's so genuine. Okay,
Yeah.
BTW backstory. If you guys don't know, I'm a really huge anime fan, especially when it comes to Naruto. It makes me
That's
happy.
that's the love.
Yeah, that's real
That's
love.
bae number one.
If you could watch sub animes with me, bitch, we getting married, and that's on period. Okay, so I got this. She hand paints them herself, type shit.
That's
So
really
this is
talent. That's so much
Naruto.
talent right there.
Bro.
And
Okay,
she's
I'm gonna give you
16,
a
right?
background. Yes, I'm gonna
Young
give you her
entrepreneur.
background story about her. Young yo, I tell her all the time. I'm like, girl, you're fucking amazing. This is
Yeah.
Sasuke,
Talented.
bro. I can't wait to wear these out in the streets, though. I already know
Yeah.
they're gonna be like, oh my god, this girl got Naruto on her shoes, and that's how
Look at all the daddies.
Let me give you guys a little insight to Steph. So her name is Stephanie Mejia. She is 16 years old, guys. 16. Do you know what I was doing at 16 years old? I was not doing shit like that. Let me tell you.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Other
So
stuff.
she considers herself to be, or she classifies herself as a designer and creator. So she's from Florida, specifically Miami, 305, and that's on period. So you guys already know. So she was born and raised in Miami, but her ethnicity is Colombian and Dominican. All her life,
Ooh.
she's been artsy. Shout out to her. And she also loves to dance and sing on the side of making custom shoes.
Oh, okay.
So, if you see her work and stuff like that, how long do you think that she's been doing this for?
Honestly, I've seen
Like
her
making
Instagram.
custom shoes.
I don't remember the dates, but I would say maybe like minimum 3 years.
Okay. So she actually just got recently into making custom shoes over quarantine. So
Wow.
yeah,
Dude,
so
she's
she
freaking
literally just started.
talented, bro.
Yeah, she's
Okay.
so literally so talented. Like, and I'm gonna put her Instagram below, guys.
Yes.
Literally, you need to follow her page. Like, she is so amazing. Like, she's so good, and she does customs for you. Hit her up in the DMs,
Yeah.
BTW.
And
so
she did
can
all
price
types
you.
of shoes on her Instagram.
Yeah,
it
she
wasn't
does
just Air
all
Forces.
types of
Did for Travis Scott, I think it
There were
was.
Converse.
Yes.
Yeah.
Super nice, super nice. So I asked her, like, what made you, like, get into custom making shoes and stuff like that. So she told me that basically she started to get into custom making shoes over quarantine, and she decided at 10 p.m. after seeing an Instagram post that she saw of someone that designed Rick and Morty and Simpson themed bands, and she's like, oh, like, why don't I give it a try? She was started painting on canvases for a while now, but she never tried it on shoes. So once she did, she loved it, and then that's when she started her little business. So shout out to her. What
Dude,
she said that her favorite designs are, she likes actually doing Dr. Seuss shoes, and she said, I think it's my shoes. I didn't want to ask her because I didn't want to be biased or anything.
Yeah.
But she said that she also loved the design that she created, where she created the Naruto versus Sasuke Air Force Ones, which are mine. So
Oh, dude,
I'm just gonna say
awesome.
I'm gonna say they're mine. So whatever. So yeah, so she's super
Nice.
sweetheart. I want to shout out to her. I want you guys to follow her page.
Yes, go follow her, guys. You honestly, I
Listen.
think that's so important because she's so young. And I can say from experience, that was nothing that was ever taught to me. Like, oh, you could be an artist or a dancer or a singer, how she likes to dance and sing as well. It was always medical school, law school, something that's going to make you a lot of money.
Yep.
You know? So definitely go support
that's
that.
why I was so happy. Like, I was like, when I met her, okay, so we were like texting. I never met her in person at first.
Yeah.
So mind you, I had sent her the money through Cash App. She knew my cousin, right? And I had seen her on my cousin's Snap or Instagram post or whatever. And so I was like, okay. So I was like, okay, I know that she's real, but she's such a sweetheart. From the minute you text her, she's so attentive, responds to everything. She's such reasonably priced. Like, literally, guys, hit her up in the DMs. She works with you. Like, because at first I didn't know what I wanted to do because I knew I wanted customs, but I wasn't sure. And so I was like, oh, I kind of like this designer. She's like, okay, like, I can do this for you, And we worked together, and she came out with, like, honestly, it's so fucking lit. Like, her work is so good. And to think that she's 16 years old, like, I told her, I was like, girl, continue. Like,
you're going far, baby girl. If you're watching this, you're gonna go far.
Yeah.
You got so much talent.
She got
Don't stop.
Idea, like, She's just like, oh, well,
girl, yeah, you foreign. Okay, little
really
spicy
cool.
mommy. We see you.
Period. So for this artist of the week, we're doing Stephanie Mejia. Thank you so much for letting me use you, Steph. It was a pleasure meeting you. Your soul is so appreciated in this world, girl, and you are one of a kind. Continue your good work. We love you and thank you so much. Literally, thank you so much,
girl. I think she goes by Shoes by Steph on Instagram, right?
Yes. So her Instagram
we'll have her link down below.
Shoes by Steph. So please check her out, guys. Check her out.
A wrap for episode 5. It's pretty much been a month since the first Las Chicas de Barrio 305 episode. Oh my gosh, what a journey.
And thanks for watching, guys. I think it's really
honestly
cool.
We like, feed off you guys.
Yeah, everyone's like, you guys are so good. You guys talk about things. Like, I was talking to one of my coworkers. He's like, you guys talk about shit that girls don't really talk about. So it's pretty dope. I was like,
period. That's why
we just trying to hit him with the facts. I'm telling you. And it's okay to be this real. I feel like people are confused that you can't be this honest. And I'm like, listen, honesty is the best policy. And don't you ever forget that.
Yeah, honestly. So, you guys, if you are going through it, it's going to be A-okay. You'll laugh about this one day. Promise you. And, like, that's it. You just be like, all right, it happened. Totally fun time. And no hard feelings. And you keep it moving.
Yeah. Always think positive. Always think positive.
Think positive.
Yeah. Don't look back. Don't. Only to reflect and to grow. But you guys are going to get through it. If we could get through it, you could get through it. And you guys are always welcome to hit us up and talk to us, whatever. Whenever we talk to you guys, it's always sacred. It's never going to be put on here, put on anything else, or talked about with anybody else. It remains between us. But yeah, guys, we love you. And
thanks, guys, for all of everything.
Thank you.
Yeah, catch us next week.
Hell yeah.
Bye, guys.
Period.